Plaintiff Lori Jakewish dated the defendant's brother, and they have a 20-year-old son together. But the defendant's brother hasn't seen their son since he was 1 month old. Lori's suing her ex-boyfriend's brother today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Matthew Huth admits that he first met his nephew 2 years ago, but insists it was because he was under the impression that Lori's family didn't want her to have anything to do with his family. Matthew admits that Lori gave him a loan, and he says he had every intention of repaying her.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I met the defendant when I was dating his brother when I was 18 years old. We started dating. I ended up becoming pregnant, and later found out that he was seeing another girl at the same time that he was seeing me. So I ended that relationship. So he had nothing to do with the pregnancy, nothing to do with the birth. And it wasn't until a month later, after my child was born, that the defendant's mother called my pastor of my church and told them that I was holding the baby from them and wouldn't let them see him, which was totally not true. They hadn't tried to contact me. They hadn't tried to see him. I was very angry. I was hurt. I was confused.
Did you call her, or did you tell the pastor to call her back, and I'll be glad to?
I told the pastor that I said, let me try to handle this on my own. If I need your help, I'll let you know.
What did you do?
I went over to their house, and I said, why are you calling my pastor instead of just calling me? You've never tried to contact me. And she's like, well, we didn't know what to do, this and that. And it was just ridiculous because I would have let them see them if they had just asked.
So what happened thereafter?
I arranged a time to bring them over and meet with them, and so they got to meet him, and they saw him a couple of different times when he was a month old at that time. And then I found out that he was still seeing another girl, and so I ended the relationship. That this is not the way I'm going to raise my child. And my son is now 20 years old, and his father has not seen him since that day.
Did you prohibit him from seeing him?
No, I did not.
What do you want to tell me, background on the case before we get to the loan?
Well, I'd like to say, first of all, if I could, please, that my understanding was that her family didn't want her to have anything to do with my family. That's just what my understanding was. True or not, that's what I understood. So, and I mean, I met Brandon basically about 2 years ago, my nephew, and he's a great kid. He is. He was in the truck with me. We had a great time. We went trucking together a couple of times. We played board games. They've come over to the house. She's come over to the house with the kids, and we played board games, and we've had great times. And, you know, she did borrow me the money.
Okay. Let's get to that. You're suing for a loan. How so, ma'am? When and how much and what happened?
Well, it was the beginning of December of last year that his mother called me and asked me if I could come over and talk with her. And I said, well, why can't we just talk on the phone?
Why don't you just go to the pastor? That's who we usually talk to.
That's what I should have said.
Tell her to tell you what she wants through the pastor.
Maybe I would be here today.
Particularly if it was going to be money. If you'd have known that, you'd have definitely said go to the pastor. Go ahead.
So I went over there and met with her, and she was in tears and all upset because Matt needed money because he was behind on child support. And if he didn't get this money paid, he was going to have to spend Christmas in jail without his kids. And how could she let that happen? And can you help him out? Can you help him get this money? I said, I don't have that kind of money to just give somebody. No, he'll pay you back. He'll pay you back. And she got him on the phone. He said, yep, I got a new job. I make this amount a month. I can definitely pay you back. It won't be a problem. I said, I need to think about it because I said, I don't just have this $900 just to hand out. Well, they asked, can you get a loan? No.
When was he to repay?
He was supposed to make monthly payments and have it for sure paid.
Beginning in January?
Yes.
And how many payments has he made?
None. Have
you spoken to him about them?
I have texted him a couple times. I've talked to his mother about it. I've never actually spoke with him.
Have you been to the preacher?
No, I have not.
Sir, what do you want to tell me? The woman says she has loaned you $900. You were to begin monthly payments. You have not made one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. I guess it's unfortunate that she's talking about my mother the way she is, seeing that they were pretty close. And
she didn't say anything bad about your mother? What did she say negative about your mother?
Contact the pastor and saying bad things about her. That's not my mother. She wouldn't do that. I'm sorry.
Your mother didn't contact the pastor?
Not that I know of.
Go ahead.
Not that I know of.
All right. I don't hear her saying
I mean, that's just upsetting to me to have my mother dissed at that's just not right. Anyway, yes, she did borrow me the money.
Who asked her for it first?
My mother did. I was in a financial problem, and my mother.
That's all she said. That's all she said about
I'm
your
saying
mother.
besides
Is that
that.
your mother appealed to her about the money?
Yeah. And I plan on paying her back. I know it's been a while.
What happened?
I drive semi, and I mean, it's tough. I mean, and I know it's tough for her too. It's
Were
got
you
to
laid
be.
off?
I broke down, and I was laid over. Sometimes laid over 4 or 5 days with no load.
Okay.
You know?
So you lost a significant portion of your income.
Yes.
Since that time.
Yes, sir.
And did you tell her that?
No, I haven't.
Why?
I haven't talked to her.
Why?
I guess I was pretty embarrassed about it.
Okay.
You know.
Your witness want to speak?
Well, I would like to say
You're
that
here. Stand on up. State your name.
my name is Curtis Huth. I'm his brother.
All right. Okay. One of the other brothers. What do you want to say?
Well, currently he's living with me.
Okay.
We're both out of work. You know, like he said, times are tough.
Okay. You're right. Yeah.
And he does owe her the money. I don't know, given a little bit more time, the economy picks up. I'm sure he'd pay her back.
When did your income significantly?
Probably about a month after this all happened, it really dropped down.
But
All right.
then why did your mother tell me, like in February, that she had just talked to you and she said
Ma'am,
that
the man
you
had told you to
her-
leave his mama alone.
Sorry.
He's a pretty big guy. I'm not going to let that go. $900 is your judgment, ma'am. And I can understand your situation, sir, but you're going to have to pay her. And it's up to her whether she wants to give you a little time to pay it. But she certainly has a judgment today, $900 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.